All right, motherfuckers, this is Master Marks, and I'm coming back with another motherfucking goddamn live video. And today's video is simply titled, The Truth About the MJF Pipe Bomb. Now, all of my AEW pack smokers, y'all already fucking know this shit. So I really am not telling this to y'all, so y'all know this. But to those who don't, I'm just going to start off by saying the CM Punk pipe bomb is not real. When CM Punk did that whole rant outside when he was sitting pretzel style, as he always does, because that is his favorite way to sit, I'm assuming, is pretzel style. When he did that pipe bomb, that was written by people from WWE. And also Vince McMahon knew about it. So even though he was dissing Vince McMahon knew about it. So I'm just going to kind of burst a couple bubbles here for those people who say, yeah, CM Punk was right. That company is better off when Vince is dead. You realize that Vince is the one who told him to say that, right? So when we move on and we look at MJF's pipe bomb, that shit probably was fabricated all by Tony Khan, and MJF just put his own twist and turn to it. Now, MJF's contract is up in 2024. We get it. We understand. It's just a storyline. Like, it's just a storyline. They, honestly, for me, they want to make Tony Khan a character when nobody wants to fucking see that. Nobody in their right mind wants to see Tony Khan as an on-screen character on AEW because Tony Khan does not have multiple things. He's not cool. He's not charismatic. He's not a good talker. He's goofy as fuck. He's... Tony Khan is just honestly a fan in a businessman's suit. That's it. And I know I said this to y'all before. Tony Khan is like a kid who gets a bunch of wrestling toys for Christmas. That's what he is to me. So I get it, the pipe bomb. But the truth about it was just to be edgy. Like, just because you could say shit, fuck, damn, cock, bitch, whore, motherfucker, all of those words does not mean that it's a good promo. Does not mean that it was a good display of acting, I guess we can say. Now, I mean, it did come off good. MJF is a charismatic guy, but it's unnecessary. Like, it was fucking stupid as hell. Like, why does he need to cut a promo like that? Like, I mean, I get it. Yeah, maybe they want to make him a babyface now. That's fine. But why in the fuck would you make the best heel in your company a babyface? What's the use? And I'm just going to give you guys like a disclaimer here. The MJF promo that you non-AEW pack smokers seen is not real. That's a work. It's a work. You know how I know it's a work? You know how we know it's a work? The AEW pack smokers know that? Because if somebody had something to say like that, they would not get a full display of saying how they feel. Tony Khan would have cut MJF off way before he can say, fire me, you mark, fuck, bitch, whatever the fuck he said. I don't give a fuck. Tony Khan would have cut him off beforehand. So if that was just like a wrestler going out there and just basically expressing how he feels about the company, because of course they don't have booking or writing or anything like that in AEW, or do anything on promos in AEW, he would have been cut off. And for me, it was just like trying to be edgy, trying to seem like you're cool and seem like you're, I don't know, like anti-organization, which is the same shit with CM Punk. Like, it's no difference between that and CM Punk's, except nobody really gives a fuck about CM Punk. And the people who do, they goofy as a motherfucker. Like, we already know that. But my whole thing is, it wasn't necessary. That promo from MJF was just not necessary. Even though a lot of the information is truly true. He does dedicate to AEW. Why? I have no clue. He is one of the best talents they have, to be honest with you. Besides him, Wardlow and Powerhouse Hobbs and Jade Cargill. And Tony Khan does spend a lot of money on WWE guys. It's very true. And he doesn't need to. And maybe Tony Khan allowing MJF to say that is kind of like Tony Khan kind of admitting that he knows that he spends way entirely too much fucking money on ex-WWE guys and he doesn't have any room for them. Because, I mean, their roster is so fucking full. They don't have enough. They really don't even have enough spots for people. Their roster is full as fuck. So my whole thing about it is, yes, the promo did tell a lot of truth, but also it wasn't necessary. It just wasn't. It wasn't necessary, and it wasn't as cool as people think it was. Like oh, MJF going in, he going off, man. He telling the truth. He's speaking the facts. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut the hell up, please. It's not necessary. That's just AEW's way to try to be fucking edgy, as always. Just because they can say shit and damn on TV. That's it. That promo's not necessary. MJF could have cut a promo that he was slept on. It don't have to be about Tony Khan. It don't have to be about ex-WWE guys. They don't have to have shit, fuck, damn, and all that shit. Like, MJF is way more talented than that. That's why I feel like if MJF don't get his monkey ass out of AEW, he will waste his youth. He will. Tony Khan will waste his youth. He's young. He's so fucking young. He could be in NXT killing it. He could be on the main roster killing it. Look at Austin Theory. MJF can have the same position that Austin Theory has right now. Or Theory, whatever the fuck his name is. Hopefully they change Theory's theme song. That shit is trash. But he could have that same position. So it's just like, and you know, guys like that, they are the future. Carmelo Hayes, Brian Breaker, Austin Theory, guys like MJF, Wardlow, those guys are the future of wrestling. A lot of guys you see right now when they are going on to, like, you know, the next level of their life where they retired and they doing their own thing, like Randy Orton, some of these guys, Cena, you know, a lot of those guys have already left. Batista, you know, Bobby Lashley when he's done. When those guys leave, they're going to need positions to be filled. You know, when Roman and Seth and all those guys leave and shit. So having young talent like that on the roster is good, but also wasting that shit. Like, MJF should have been their champion. They should have sent him to the moon. He could have been a great heel champion. But, and I'm not like an MJF fucking cocksucker or fanboy over MJF. I just can notice that he has talent. The dude's talented. But he's just talented in the wrong company. He's just like people like, say for instance, like Luka Doncic, right? Luka is talented as fuck. He's a good player, but he's just on the wrong team. Just like, you know, like another one like Trae Young. Trae Young is talented as fuck, but he's just on the wrong team. So that's how I kind of look at the whole situation with like Luka, or not Luka. Goddamn, I started talking about basketball and I started only thinking about basketball. That's how I look at the situation with MJF, because he's young, he's talented, but he's just not on the right team for him to grow and become something bigger than what he is. Because he don't have to use the profane. He can still be PG and cut promos that he cut and make people fucking hate him, despise him. Be a dirty heel or a coward heel in WWE. He could do all of those things. So that's something that MJF gonna have to think about. Like, I get the promo. It's not necessary. It's not needed. Who really gives a fuck? We know Tony Khan is a fucking fanboy mark. We know Tony Khan should be in the fucking crowd. We already know those things. But technically, what that really is to me is MJF cutting that promo. It's just MJF repeating things that he sees on the internet for a little bit of clout, not clout, but just for a shock factor. Because you wouldn't expect somebody like MJF to say something about like Tony Khan like that. So now they bring in a whole little contract thing. And I do think a portion of it is real because that contract is very important to MJF. And it could be him just saying a little bit how he feels a little bit too. Because you know they don't have no script. They don't have no writing. They just let you go out there and say whatever you want. You could go out there and just fucking, I don't know. You can go out there and spit in the air, catch it back in your mouth, and Tony Khan would lick and lap and love that motherfucking shit. Because there's just no balance in that company. Like they don't have any real creative, to be honest with you. So at the end of the day, and I'm not gonna make this video too long and shit, but at the end of the day, MJF, he got to take his talent somewhere else, man. Dude is talented. He's young. He's got a lot of time in the business. He can cut a promo. You know, his ring work is decent enough to get by. A lot of guys who are decent enough to get by, like Ric Flair is not the most spectacular wrestler in the world. He doesn't do tope suicitos and all those made up fucking nicknames for wrestling moves that people come up with. But he can cut a promo. He was talented in the ring enough. He had a good look, and he had charisma. MJF has those same fucking things. He just plays for the wrong team. He's on the wrong team. A baller cannot be on a scrub team. You never seen LeBron James playing for the motherfucking and one team with motherfuckers like Hot Sauce and what was that motherfucker's name? I can't even think of the big dude's name. I think he was named after like a Cadillac truck or some shit like that. I don't know. Tahoe. I don't know what the fuck his name was. You ain't never seen LeBron James playing for the and one team or on an and one game. So that's the thing. Talented people have to be on a talented team that's going to help them be able to become more successful. And honestly, AEW is not going to help fucking MJF become more successful. It's just not going to happen. So at the end of the day, yeah, the promo was whatever. I get the energy. I get it all. But it just like it was a clout grab. It was for a shock value and to be edgy. And that's a lot of the shit that AEW has because that's all they have. They don't have good TV. So all they can do is do things like be edgy or talk about Tay Conti and Sammy Guevara having sex with a belt. Like that's all they have. And then their form of edgy is not even real edge. It's just cornballism. Complete cornballs. Tony Khan, you have no clue what the fuck you're doing. But this video is not for you, Tony Khan. This video is for MJF. So that's my truth about the MJF pipe bomb. Make sure I leave a like, subscribe, comment, tell us if you hate us, tell us if you love us. At the end of the day, I mean, MJF needs to take his talents to another company before he ends up wasting all of his youth. I'm out this bitch.